Hi, my name's Ian Stones. I'm a fertility acupuncturist based in Farnham and Hove, and welcome to this video series which I've recorded especially during the coronavirus outbreak. There is no doubt that this is an exceptional time for so many of us. However, fertility couples I think are finding this time particularly challenging. There are a lot of things when it comes to fertility that are seemingly out of your control. This whole scenario has created even more kind of anxiety and stress for many couples, whether it's around control, whether it's around time, whether it's around pressure, relationships, whatever it is that's going on for couples right now, there's a lot of stress and anxiety. So actually I wanted to provide some resources, some information, anything that I can do to help people get through this time. Because believe it or not, there are some opportunities in amongst this. Some opportunities to work on your health, your diet and your lifestyle. Spend a bit of time concentrating on yourself so that actually when we're through this, you are then in the best possible place in terms of your fertility, your mental health, your well-being. So actually, I want to be able to help you with that and give you some hints and tips so that you can feel like you're doing something positive when so much else is out of control. So I hope you enjoy these videos. There's a whole written information sheet to go with this as well. So if you want to get in touch with me, if you want further information, don't hesitate to do so. Hi. So in this video, I just wanted to spend a bit of time talking about the importance of routine. The whole world has been thrown into a bit of a chaotic situation at the moment, and a lot of our routines have been broken or changed. For some people, that won't be the case. You know, those that have always worked at home, that kind of work on their own, there may be very little difference. But for some of us, it's completely changed what we're doing. And it's very easy when we've lost structure to then lose routine. For example, Christmas is a classic example where many of us kind of lose our structure and routine. We perhaps stay up a bit later than we would do. We then sleep in. And everything kind of just shifts a little bit, which is absolutely fine for a couple of weeks. However, personally, I always find it a bit of a struggle then getting back into normal routines in January. So right now, it would be very easy for us to let go of some of our routines and kind of think, well, it kind of doesn't matter. I can stay in my pajamas. I'll have breakfast a bit later, which might be okay for a few days, maybe a long weekend. But actually over time, that's not going to do us any favors. And in terms of fertility, it's not going to help in terms of your blood flow, your hormone balance and your general energy. And in Chinese medicine, you know, I talk about this a lot with my clients. This is really important in terms of the energetics of the body, the digestive system, the mind, the heart. It all kind of plays a role. So much as some of us might resist routine, it's actually really important. So what I would encourage you to do during these times is actually make sure you stick to some kind of regular routine. For those that are continuing to work, then that will probably be dictated by your working hours. For those that have been furloughed and aren't working, it might seem a bit more challenging. But what I'd encourage you to do is make sure that you stick to some kind of regular routine. And one of the easiest routines to set is around your meal times. So actually making sure that breakfast is at a consistent time, lunch is at a consistent time, as is dinner. And that will naturally help you then focus on a routine. Throw in some exercise as a regular part of that routine, and maybe some other activities that you enjoy, whether that's getting out into the garden, whether that's reading, knitting, playing a musical instrument. Try and have some kind of structure to your day. It will help your body, like I said, energetically, hormonally, stress-wise. It will certainly help with sleep. It's hugely important that we stick to regular routines around sleep. So making sure that you go to bed at the same time and that you get up at the same time. It will help you in terms of your mental well-being. It's all too easy to let everything go, slob around a little bit, and actually before you know it, you can very easily slip into depression or low moods. So actually having a structure, having a routine will be hugely beneficial. And actually this then impacts on all the other areas that we're going to discuss. So like I said, sleep, diet, exercise, and the things that you enjoy, the habits or the hobbies that you enjoy, making sure you've got time for those. So perhaps spend a bit of time thinking about how would you like your day to look, and then perhaps make a plan. Hi, so in this video I just wanted to touch on diet and the importance of sticking to a healthy diet. Now, typically most of my clients, when they come to see me, they've actually pretty much sorted out their diet. So they've cut out the sugary stuff, they've cut down on the caffeine, they're eating the right sorts of fruits and vegetables, they're doing all the healthy stuff that they should be doing. So that's fantastic. Now, some people may not be in that situation right now. They may still need to have some advice and guidance and work around their diet. But for most people, certainly from my experience, most of the fertility clients I work with, they're already along the right lines. Now, what's important in this situation with the coronavirus is that we stick to what we're doing. It's very easy right now to think, oh, well, just forget it. I can't do anything. I can't go for treatment. I can't have my scans. What's the point? I'll just have an extra biscuit. Let's crack open the wine. Let's just let our hair down and relax. And I'm all for that, actually, having a bit of downtime and a bit of relaxation. But I'd also urge you to think about staying on track with your diet. Diet is so important with fertility in terms of the nutrients that it brings into your body, the antioxidants that come into the body from your food and how they then counteract the effects of stress. So it's really important that we keep those things coming into our diet and our body so that actually we're preserving our fertility for when treatment begins, whenever that might be. And also this is really important for the guys as well. And I will be recording a video just for men's health. But guys, it takes 90 days for sperm to mature. So actually what's going into your body right now will have an impact on your sperm quality 3 months down the line. And that, realistically, at the time of recording this, we might be looking at another 3 months before some fertility treatment gets going. So please, please, please keep on top of your diet. Make sure you're keeping yourself well hydrated. Keep your caffeine intake limited to 1 to 2 cups a day. Alcohol is okay. It's all right to have a glass of wine, but don't drink to excess. Funny enough, I had a conversation this morning with somebody who works in an off license, and their sales have gone up by 40% in this time. And certainly when I've gone and done my food shop, you turn up the alcohol aisle and it's bare. So now is not the time to be turning to alcohol, especially if you want to preserve your fertility. Lots of dark leafy greens, lots of fruit, fresh vegetables. If you can eat organic and afford to carry on doing so, then stick with that. Lean, healthy meats, lots of fish is great as an anti-inflammatory and it's good for egg quality. And then also if you're taking some kind of fertility supplements, I'd urge you to stick with them. This is all about maintaining a good diet, maintaining your health so that we preserve your fertility and actually possibly enhance it for when we're ready to step forward with future treatment. So I hope that helps and gives you some motivation to actually stay on track with your diet. One further hint actually that I'd like to share with you is the concept of meal planning. And that's really important at the moment, partly because of supply and demand in terms of the supermarkets, although they seem to be getting back to normal now. But actually spend a bit of time working out what meals you like, what you enjoy, what's good for you in terms of your fertility and your health. And actually sit down and make a plan. This kind of goes hand in hand with routine as well, because actually if you've set a routine in terms of your diet, you will continue to eat well and healthy, and you'll also save a lot of money on food. So I've got a whole separate video on meal planning, which is linked from the survival guide that goes alongside this. So check it out and perhaps try planning your meals. I hope all of that's helped, keeps you motivated and on track, and let's look at the next video. Hi, so in this video I just want to talk a little bit about exercise, relaxation and breath. All of these things are so important, And it's kind of similar to diet, that a lot of my clients, when they come to see me, so a lot of fertility clients, are already on track with their exercise. They're already doing something positive, whether that's yoga or Pilates or regular meditation, or just going to the gym, going out for regular walks, whatever it is, they're usually doing something, which is fantastic. What we're facing now is the challenge of not being able to go to the gym, not being able to attend regular classes. For some people, perhaps working from home, they're less mobile, they're not moving about as much as they would do normally. So in terms of routine as well, let's actually make sure that we've got something regular in the diary for each day of the week, whether it's a short walk around the block, whether it's running up and down the stairs, whether it's some kind of exercise in your garden if you've got the space, something that's going to help you keep fit and healthy. Exercise is so important in terms of our stress management, our blood flow, our mental well-being. It's definitely something that people need to be keeping on top of right now. The internet has been awash with free classes, Joe Wicks P at home, stacks of yoga classes streaming. The clinic I work at in Farnham, the Wellbeing Space, we are providing online yoga classes as well. So there's masses of stuff out there. So what I would encourage you to do is think about setting some kind of goal around how often you would want to exercise in a week. Now, again, this is something I've recorded a video on around goal setting. So just touching on it briefly is help yourself by setting realistic targets. Don't set yourself unrealistic targets that you're not going to achieve, that are going to demotivate you. So with exercise, it might be you want to achieve 4 sessions a week, let's say. Now, if you only do 2 a week, do you then beat yourself up and feel really, really bad? Potentially. So actually what you do is you set yourself a parameter. So you might say, okay, my target is 4 sessions a week, but my minimum is 2. And my mind blower in terms of overachieving might be 6 sessions a week. So as long as you hit somewhere between those targets, you've actually achieved some positive outcomes in terms of your exercise. So again, in terms of setting a routine and a plan for your week, work out which days are best for you to exercise, what time is best for you to exercise, and what type of exercise do you enjoy. Is it a yoga session in the morning at 7 o'clock before you have your breakfast for half an hour? Is it at the end of the day, you know, if you're working, actually does that help you disconnect from work and then relax into your evening? What works for you? So actually spend some time, work out a routine, work out a plan, and make sure it's something that you're doing regularly in your week, and it will serve you fantastically well in this difficult time. Hi, so in this video I just want to spend a little bit of time concentrating on men's health and sperm health, because this is, as with all of it, it's all hugely important. But I know how challenging men can find fertility treatment and fertility journeys, especially if it's an issue that sits with them. And let's not forget that in actually around 50% of fertility issues now, it's a problem with the man and sperm health. So right now, here we are in the middle of lockdown. It's very easy, as I've said before, to think, okay, there's nothing I can do right now. There's no treatment going on. I'll just forget about all the stuff that we've been doing. I know that men experience a lot of pressure around diet and lifestyle and make sure that they're doing the right thing. And now might be the time where you think, okay, I can have a few more beers. I can go out on my bike if that's going to be my one piece of exercise for the day. I'll go out and spend some time cycling. And I will kind of forget about the diet stuff. I'll indulge a little bit. Actually, that's probably one of the worst things that guys can be doing right now, because sperm take 90 days to mature. So that's 3 months that we've got in terms of what's going on in our bodies, our stress, our anxiety, our diet. Everything that we're doing right now has an impact on our sperm in 90 days time. So if we think about where we're at right now with this kind of lockdown period, if guys kick back and relax and overindulge in whatever it is, that's going to be having a detrimental impact on their sperm health. And that's going to show up in 90 days time, which is probably when couples are going to start heading towards fertility treatment again. So if you kind of relax things now, you're going to have to pick it up again when you're ready to start fertility treatment, which then gives you another 3 months until your sperm health begins to improve. So actually for the guys right now, this is a fantastic opportunity to really focus on your diet, lifestyle, health, your general well-being, and how that influences your sperm health. For some couples, they go from one cycle to another, and the guys don't actually get much time to recover their sperm health. So I would actually urge couples and guys to really think about what they can be doing now. So that is making sure your diet is still up to speed. So foods that are high in antioxidants, foods that are high in zinc, foods that are high in vitamin E, all the stuff that's really, really good for sperm health. All the foods that are high in antioxidants, so your fruit, your vegetables, dark leafy greens, all of those will contribute to good sperm health. And then, as I've mentioned, kind of maintaining reduced caffeine and reduced alcohol, and then continuing with the supplements. Whatever supplements guys are taking right now, stick with them, because this is, like I said, a fantastic opportunity to really work on your sperm health when there's nothing else going on, there's no pressure of treatment. And what this will mean is when treatment begins, you are in a much better place than when this lockdown began. So I hope that's helped, given you a few ideas, given you some motivation to stick with what you're doing. Don't hesitate to get in touch if I can be of any further assistance. So I hope these videos have helped you. I hope they've given you some thoughts, some ideas, or some positive action that you can be taking right now. I hope it helps keep you motivated and focused when so much else is out of your control. I'm very happy to talk to anybody who wants some extra advice or pointers. I am offering online consultations where I will be able to spend some time going through diet and lifestyle and exercise with you, giving you some more detailed hints and tips around what you can eat, what you can be doing to help with your fertility and stress and general well-being. So thank you for listening. I hope you found it useful, and I wish you all the best.